This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making baked ziti. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my Patreons. I start by preparing a meat sauce. I mince 3 cloves of garlic. I dice 1 large yellow onion. I take a large saucepan, heat it over medium heat. Once it is hot, I add in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and coat the bottom of the pan. I add in the diced onion, coat it in olive oil, and cook the onion until it starts to soften after 5 minutes. I then add in the garlic to saute until fragrant. That takes about 30 seconds. I then add in 1 pound of ground beef. I like to use a 85 to 15% blend, and I break it up with the wooden spoon. I take 1 pound of sweet Italian sausage, remove it from its casings, and I break up the pieces into smaller pieces and put it into the saucepan. I brown the ground beef and the sausage. It takes about 10 minutes to brown everything. There will be some excess juices from the meat. I drain most of it. And I then add a 28-ounce can of tomato puree. And a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes. I mix everything until combined. And I take the back of a wooden spoon to break the whole tomatoes into smaller pieces. I add a 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/4 teaspoon dried basil, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and some ground black pepper to taste and coarse kosher salt to taste. I mix everything until it is well combined, and I bring it up to a simmer and let it simmer for 30 minutes. After the sauce has been simmering for mostly 30 minutes, I take a pot of water, bring it up to a boil over high heat, and generously season it with some coarse kosher salt. I take 3 to 4 ladlefuls of the meat sauce and put it into a separate bowl to cool. I also shred 2 blocks of mozzarella cheese. 3/4 of 1 block will be used for a cheese mixture to coat the pasta, and the rest will be used to put in between the layers of pasta and top at the end. I also put 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan and 2 large eggs into the mozzarella cheese that will be used to coat the pasta. I also add in a 15-ounce container of whole milk ricotta cheese as well. And I mix everything until it is combined. Don't forget the ground black pepper and the coarse kosher salt. Once the water is boiling, I add in 1 pound of rigatoni and spill a lot of it all over the counter. I'm using rigatoni in place of ziti because I have difficulty finding smooth pasta. I cook it to 3 minutes less than al dente. I then drain the pasta, cool it with some cold water, and I add the pasta into the combined cheese mixture. I toss the cheese with the pasta to lightly coat the pasta. And then I add that reserved meat sauce, and I mix well until the pasta is coated with the cheese as well as the meat sauce. I add half of the coated pasta to a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. I add a layer of the remaining mozzarella cheese, so about half of it. Add the final layer of the coated pasta. I put it into a nice flat layer and then I coat with the rest of the meat sauce on top. And I finish by topping with the rest of the mozzarella cheese. I place the 9 by 13 inch baking dish into a preheated oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And after I allow it to cool for about 5 minutes, I attempt to put it into nice pretty slices, but just end up with a very massive cheese pull. And that's baked ziti. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Wednesday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.